back to North Dakota, you had mentioned in that interview some social issues that had become more pointed. Can you give us one example?
I can give you a few, but let me give you the one about the transgender bill, which has really become pointed and is making its way through the session in various iterations now. The way the bill stands, they put in the ban for elementary and secondary students. That's back in, plus a study. Remember, the Senate amended to a study. Now it's back in with both. It's passed one house. We'll see what happens in the other house.
Watching an issue like that for as long as you've covered politics, are you surprised that it's taken this long to get where we are?
In a way, yes, but in a way, no. I mean, I think in the years that I've covered North Dakota politics and the legislature, there have been lots of abortion bills. Almost every session there's an abortion bill. And the hope is that the one contingent in the legislature is hoping that the courts will throw out Roe versus Wade, and then we can go back to, you know, banning abortion except for the life of the mother.
And looking at, you cited the abortion bill, in your experience, has either side of the aisle in either chamber become more receptive over time to one side's viewpoints or another, do you think?
I would say that recently, the last few sessions, the viewpoints have hardened. I don't think there's a lot of common ground at this point.
Does it have to do something with the fact that, you know, we seem to be becoming a more politically correct society, especially over the last couple decades, as far as being more receptive to one another's viewpoints, do you think?
It's possible, but you know, you see battle lines being drawn pretty line in the sand on some of these issues.
Because I think I bring that up because what we saw in Texas this last election, no one, I think a lot of people maybe didn't think it was going to be as close as it was. So I think could that, in your opinion, happen like here in North Dakota?
It would take some doing, but it might happen. You know, pendulums. We talk about pendulums swinging back and forth, and I've seen it swing back and forth. I've seen the year that in 1983 when the Democrats took the House, and back in the late 80s when the Democrats took the Senate, but the Democrats have never had the Senate, House, and governorship in the same year during my tenure covering it.
What do you think has been the biggest change in North Dakota politics that you've seen over your career?
I think that the biggest change I've seen beyond the hardening of positions is just the influence of some of these other groups that I have seen in both parties. That there are some other groups who are kind of factions, and it's a truism in politics that if you get a supermajority, eventually you'll see it splinter. That happened to the Democrats in the late 80s and the early 90s. And that's happening kind of to the Republicans right now. There's a lot of Republicans, though. There's a lot of Republicans in the legislature. And there are some, we call them Bergen Republicans, we call them mainstream Republicans, and we call them the more rightist, or the one wing of the party that seems to be more, shall we say, independent.
And then, of course, we talk about the Bastiat caucus, too. Right, exactly.